Meanwhile, the World Economic Forum has released its annual Global Risks Report, highlighting the major threats facing humanity in 2025. Among them are armed conflicts, extreme weather events, and disinformation. New Times spoke with Mark Elsner, one of the report's authors from Geneva, Switzerland. According to him, these challenges are intensifying amid global instability and require urgent action from world leaders. Is there hope to successfully address these risks? Let's take a look at the following report.
As humanity steps into 2025, one sobering realization gets clear. The world is not becoming any safer or more stable. The insights of thousands of experts, whose forecasts and concerns are compiled in the Global Risk Report, serve as a proof of this growing uncertainty. According to them, state-based armed conflicts are the greatest threat facing the world in 2025. Mark Elsner, the head of Global Risks Initiative, put together the latest edition of the World Economic Forum's report. He stated that the survey included 900 experts, policymakers and global leaders, with 23% citing state-based armed conflict as the #1 risk for 2025.
This is a lot higher than last year, when it was in 8th position. And even only 2 years ago, this risk was not even in the top 10 for 2-year risks. So this does show you how the world has changed in terms of perceptions of geopolitical risks.
The rapid rise in war-related risks compared to previous years is a growing concern, including in Kazakhstan. The country has been listed among 12 nations where the threat of state-based armed conflict is considered one of the highest in the next 2 years. Mark Elsner emphasized that this assessment is not a definitive forecast, but rather a reflection of the views and concerns shared by business leaders in the World Economic Forum's Executive Opinion Survey.
But I think it's important to note, this is quite in line with the global perceptions of risks of armed conflict, as mentioned a moment ago. So really, there are many people worldwide who are concerned about armed conflict today. Whether it's ranked first or second or third, in many cases it is a significant concern.
Extreme weather events are also seen as a key threat in 2025, with 14% of respondents identifying them as a major concern. Another great threat is disinformation. Notably, in recent years, the heads of the world's largest tech companies, who basically control the flow of information, have begun shifting their approach to content regulation. Elon Musk has eliminated censorship and moderation on platform X, while Meta founder Mark Zuckerberg has announced that Facebook will no longer conduct fact-checking on content.
The risk that comes top is misinformation and disinformation. And this is the same risk that came top in the 2-year ranking last year. I think the environment for misinformation and disinformation has unfortunately not got any better and perhaps has worsened. So it is becoming more of a problem, and it's becoming more difficult for citizens, organizations, and even governments to identify what is false misinformation or disinformation and what is true, correct information. So that is the #1 risk, I would say, going into the medium term.
Social polarization, economic decline and inequality round down the list of top global risks. However, the key question remains, how effectively can the international community address these challenges, which clearly require coordinated efforts among nations? The authors of the report expressed doubts about the world's ability to respond. The report highlights a growing trend of isolationism, with an increasing number of countries adopting inward-looking policies. The world's major powers, including the United States and China, are prioritizing domestic affairs more than ever. The executive orders issued by Donald Trump to withdraw the US from the World Health Organization and the Paris Climate Agreement serve as an example of this global shift toward isolationism.
And in fact, this is already happening. It's a trend that we discuss in the report, that defense and security spending is increasing worldwide. And what this means, of course, is that there is less available in government budgets for other important areas such as infrastructure or healthcare or education. So I think this is one long-term consequence of the more isolationist policies being being implemented in some countries.
As global divisions deepen, the need for effective international cooperation has never been more urgent. However, 64% of experts believe the world will become more divided, with growing tensions between countries as medium and major powers compete for influence. According to the report's authors, the next decade will be a crucial test for the world leaders as they deal with the growing global risks and challenges. Daurinas Agulov, New Time.